So let's go to the last part. So let me open this. So we had updated, look at this view. I updated other keys. So if you have the sales key here or the customer sales key, that's okay. We are simplifying. We just wanted to finish with the process, and we actually can um, change that later and add the key or redesign one of the tables, like the stage table, to add a foreign key there. So far we should have the stage key generator, the date key, location key, customer key, product key, store key, and promotion key, all up auto incremented when you created the dim tables, and here you just update it like the last video. Perfect. Now we're going to use this data from the stage table to populate the data to the fact sales and the sales customer. So let's go and do that. I'm going to create a new project here. You can continue in the same project that you had. And you can use Visual Studio 2022 or 2019, whatever you have. We're still working with integration and integration project. I'm going to call this FactSales. So I always put numbers. So sales ETL1. You can call it anything you want. You had to remember that when you're submitting this for the case study one, you had to submit all the resources, and I'll show you that in the end of this video. All right, so I'm going to have two packages here. One is going to be the fact sales, and the other one is going to be the customer fact sales or cost fact sales customer, whatever that you call it. Okay, so I'm going to grab a data flow task. So this is my biggest fact table. And then here I'm going to do two things. I'm going to grab a source assistant to grab the data from the stage. I'm going to connect to a server client. And I will copy and put it on Notepad, my server, so it makes life easy. And it's best to copy, like I have repeated in class and repeated all over again. Now, if you're doing this and you are not in my class, I want to do this by yourself, I'm going to post the link is in Lecturus with the data sets, but I'm going to post the link also for the course in YouTube. Okay, so here is the test one. And for people who are not taking my class, so this is the name of my data warehouse, my repository. Okay, I forgot to copy the server, never mind. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a destination assistant. There is multiple ways to do this. There is faster ways that you do it. You do it this any way that makes sense to you. Um, Maybe if you are working, somebody asks you to do this process in a different way with a different software. Pretty much is very similar. Softwares vary. They vary a little bit, but the process and the understanding of what you're doing is the same. And you do whatever is required from you. This is one method. In the same software, you have different methods. Okay, let me copy this first. Oh, I don't have to type this all. So I'm copying the server name here. So no, it's very important that you choose the repository that you use. Before I do anything else, I'm going to make sure that I rename my first connection source and my second connection destination. There you go. Okay, so in the source, I'm going to grab all my stage. That's pretty much what I have selected to centralize all my data. And the destination is actually my fact table here. I had a little error that I changed it around. It was correct, and then I changed it again. So I put number 1. You should have FactSales. Here, make sure that the sales key is ignored because it's going to be auto incremented, and everything else should be map. And remember that invoice number and order number is the general dimension. They're not actually measurements, uh, but they don't have a corresponding table. So they are placed, they're not measurements, they are placed in the fact table as the general dimension. Okay. So here I already had connected the last one in the bottom. Destination. Destination. There you go. Nation. There you go. So very simple. So I'm going to right click. Do not click the star, because every time if you have multiple packages that you click the star, you're actually debugging and running all of it that you have in your project again. So I wanted to run this locally. I only want to run this process. And there you go. So I have only 48 rows of information. Mostly when you're working, you'll be working with thousand and thousand, 10,000 rows of information and so forth. So, but let me go. This is only for the purpose of assignment. I'm going to go refresh and I'm going to check my cells and see if everything is there, and everything is there. All right. Some changes happen here because the rating when in is a float, not is an int. So this is little things that you need to learn. Once we use the conversion to make sure that when you upload the data, it's not wrong, but you use the correct, for example, ratings. I think ratings is 3.5 star. Yeah, rating is a float. All right, so close this up. And now I'm going to do my fact sales custom. Another package here. You could do it the same here. Okay. So I am doing this separately just with the purpose that this is a tutorial. Okay. And you want to practice. So that's what we do. Okay. Uh, so I think this is the name. Fact sales cost. So things that you had to remember for yourself is that if you want to create a snowflake, you had to have subcategory in which one. We don't have it here. This is very oversimplified. You might have that multiple fact tables connected. I did not edit the key for connecting between the two fact tables because I wanted to simplify this process, and we can add more complex as we go to the same model here. Okay, I'm going to grab my source. I'm going to use my client. Another thing is we are using the client because we actually install it locally in our computers. If you were using a company, you would not be using the client, you would be using the source, the server source they give it to you. Sorry. So that would be a little bit different. But in our case, because we are using local, I mean, this software is installed in our local computers. That's information. All of the little nuances you need to know. You need to understand a little bit how servers and administration work, even if it's not the field that you want. But to do this, you cannot, even if you have an administrator in your company, you need to understand that. Okay. So here, before I connect it, I'm gonna grab my stage where when I'm is where I'm grabbing my data. We are going to use other methods. Okay, so this is my stage. I do prefer this one. And my last table to do is the FactSales customer, to the mappings, the customer key ignored, and everything else is right there. So it's perfect. Right? So I am going to do, just because of this demonstration, a source and destination. Right. So I ready to run my last ETL from my last table. And there you go. So perfect. You had to take screenshots of each process here. And then I'm gonna go crash this, open this tables, and I think I already look at the fact. Now I'm going to look at my sales customer, and you can see that all the data. Perfect. Now we're going to go to the last part, and that's the alter table. So you need to alter the tables because you need to give them foreign keys. However, before you can give foreign keys, you actually have to give them primary key, a unique identifier. And none of my tables have constraint. They don't have primary constraint or they don't have foreign key constraint. So I will put that when I uploaded the video, I'll put that notes in the platform so you get to remember that. Also, what is the other? Oh, the general dimension. I'll put a note for the general dimension too. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to right click my customer and select design. And first I'm going to add primary key. All the tables, I'm going to say yes. All my tables need primary keys. Without that, you cannot um, add foreign keys, obviously. You had to have a unique identifier first. So I'm using the wizard here. I'm not using the actually um, query. You could, and just making my life easy, just selecting primary key. And then the last. Perfect. So I have primary keys in all my tables now. I had to do two things. I do have to add a foreign key constraint to all my keys here. So let's go do that. And is alter table. What is the one that I want to cost? No, the one that I want to update is FactSales. It's lowercase f sales. In my case, it's sales one. Okay. Add I remember constraint. C-string. No, don't add C-string. Add constraint. No, I want to add C-string. Constraint. Okay. Underscore cost. Uppercase. Add. I think. And is actually I misspell everything. uh, customer key, customer key, and maybe foreign key. Foreign key in this references. What is the, yeah? What is the name of that? Oh, theme theme customer. Okay, so theme customer is the name of the table. Customer key is the name of the key. Customer key, add foreign key. I think add no add constraint foreign. Sorry, I not add in the. You can do a one in one line, but let me check. So I alter the fact table for the second one is date. I'll post this. Assuming that you all got here, know how to do this. Uh, okay, they there you go. The last one is the location. Location. I just copy and paste so I don't make mistakes. Location, key, location, team, location, what it says. Oh, theme location isn't it theme location? Theme location says they're not primary. Oh, maybe I didn't add a primary key in theme location. Let me see. Yeah, and add, I forgot. All right. So I had forgotten to add the primary key. That's good. So because I'm trying to do fast, I jump that. The next one is product. Did I add product key? Yes. So product key does have key. Is a product? Product. Okay. So product. Good. Next is So the next promotion. Okay. Key. Okay, so the next promotion. Make sure that you double check that you cannot, if you have edit, you cannot edit again because it's already a constraint. So make sure that you check all these mistakes. Promotion store. Okay, there you go. Okay. I hope you guys remember references, the parent table, and this is the key. Right? Okay, so that's the last one, I believe. We're not connecting sales, FactSales customer to FactSales. I'll do a more advanced the next video. For this, I just want to finish this up. So let me copy this. And these are going to copy alter FactSales. One. All right, so I did that. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to open a new query just to, we're going to do the same thing. Actually, I'm going to copy all of that. But now we're going to update the fact, what? Sales customer. To change this. You could do find and replace. I'm doing this manually to give time for you to kind of think about it, but you can do this, but you can do this a lot faster. Okay, so I'm going to open my fact here and I to look. Okay, so I had to update. Which one is the first one that I have here? Date key. Date key is there. Location key, location key. Customer key, customer key. Product key. What is the store? Store key and promotion key. So I have all of them here. You can run all of them once, but I'm going to, if you're going to run it once, you can do that. Oh, here we had a mistake, and I want to tell you what the mistake. I already use customer key as a constraint, so I gotta change this customer. This is a name that you give for the key, okay? Doesn't have to be, you can call it cutie cat, all right? So I just going to add the number one there. So it will say, oh, by the way, you never created this. I gave it a name because this is a constraint and you cannot give the same name for the constraint. Oh, okay. Go, go. I'm going to post these errors in the after the video so you remember. Okay, so okay, let me. Oh, one more. That I think I did all of them. Should going to double check if my fact cell key. Five. Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Sorry. I I have all my I'll post this. Uh, okay. So everything is good. I'm not gonna choose everything. Okay. So the last part of this, the diagram. So I'm going to put that in another.